Hello sis, and welcome back to my channel. If you do not know me, my name is Paula. I am a wife, a mom, certified wholeness coach, and the founder of Beautifully Made, and I'm so excited that you are here. Before we jump into today's video, I just want to ask you, girl, have you downloaded my new free ebook? Have you? Okay, doesn't sound like you have. So go to the link below or in the description box, beautifully-made.ck.page, and get your copy of Becoming Whole, all right? In this ebook, I give you 4 keys to help you get unstuck and start moving forward in your purpose. Maybe you're in a stuck place. Maybe you feel stagnant, or maybe you just need a little bit of extra encouragement, all right? This ebook is for you, and it is completely free if you didn't hear that part, okay? So go ahead, go to beautifully-made.ck.page and get your copy now. Let's get into today's video. So in this video, we're going to be talking all about dating. If you are new here, we are currently talking about the seasons of love, maintaining wholeness through the seasons of love. And we kick this off starting talking about what wholeness is, okay? So make sure you watch that video. I'll have it linked in the description box. We talked about what wholeness is, and then we went into maintaining wholeness through your single season, okay? So if you are in a single season, I encourage you to watch that video. And now we're going to talk about dating. So when I say dating, I'm talking about maybe you are in a relationship, you know, with somebody right now, and how do you maintain wholeness while you are in this relationship, okay? So you already know I have my notes, all right? So I'm going to be looking down because I want to make sure that you get everything that God wants you to get, okay? I don't want you to miss anything, and I don't want to miss saying it, all right? So let's go ahead and jump in and talk about dating. I want to talk specifically on what you are searching for when you are dating. Because sis, let me tell you, if you're looking for just getting a husband, it's time to shift your focus. Yeah, I'm here to tell you, it is time to shift your focus, okay? Maintaining your wholeness in the season of dating first begins with whether or not the Lord, okay, the Lord has even given you permission to date. This may not be something that people talk about a lot, but I personally believe that it is very important for the Lord to give you the green light, okay, on some things. And when it comes to dating, I believe this is one of those things where you should not be entertaining anybody. First of all, as the woman, right? You're not searching. You're not out there searching, okay? You're not out there searching. You are in the right position, okay? That's what I believe. But I think it's important to consult the Lord on where he has you and what he wants you to do, okay? So when it comes to asking the Lord, hey God, like, is it okay? Is it not okay, for me to date? What does that look like? What do you, just getting God's guidance, okay? Getting God's guidance is so important. And I know somebody, may not want to hear that. You may give some pushback on that. But if you're truly committed to living your life for the glory of God, then you have to take the uncomfortable with the comfortable. Okay? God does have great things in store for you, but your obedience is tied to the blessing, or your blessing is tied to the obedience. Okay? Your blessing is tied to the obedience. So, if God has given you strict instructions that this is not the season for you to entertain any man that comes your way, even if he seems like, oh, he checks off all the boxes. If God has said to you, don't entertain anybody, your blessing is attached to your obedience. If you don't navigate dating properly, you may find yourself going in cycles because you're not doing it God's way. I'm going to say that again. If you don't navigate dating properly, you may find yourself going in cycles because you're not doing it God's way. Okay? So, let's talk about maintaining wholeness while dating, okay? The first thing is that's important is having boundaries. Having boundaries. Dating without boundaries is a setup for disaster, sis. Okay? Can you imagine, just imagine this for a moment. Can you imagine what it would be like if there were no lines on the road? No lines on the highway, no lines on the little back roads, no lines, just no line. Like there's just no lines on any road. Imagine that for a second. What if they were removed? I'm going to tell you, accidents are bound to happen. Why? Because the boundaries, what keeps everyone safely in their own lane, is no longer there. The same is true for dating. If you don't put guidelines in place, your life will probably get messy very quickly. If you don't put boundaries in place, if there were no lines on the road, things are going to get messed up real fast. Okay? So you have to have boundaries. You have to be able to say, listen, we're not about to be alone, doing stuff we don't need to be doing, or we're not going to set ourselves up for temptation. We're not going to be talking about things we don't need to be talking about. Just having boundaries, right? Because some people, what happens is, somebody comes along, right? And you get, listen, I've been there, okay? I've been there. So I'm telling you from experience. Somebody comes along and he seems like a great guy. And, he's checking some of the important boxes, right? Like being a man of faith, he's showing fruit of that, all the things. And it just seems like, oh, this is it. Like this is it. This is about to, this is definitely going to marriage. Like this is it. And we get so excited and we lose the boundaries. We start veering into other lanes because we're so laser focused on something else that we're not keeping our eyes on Jesus and saying, all right, Lord, I'm excited about this person. They seem cool, but I need you to guide me in this. I need you to keep me in the lane. I need you to help me keep my boundaries on point. You gotta have boundaries and ask the Lord to help you to maintain those boundaries. But you also can't put yourself in a position where you will cross the boundary, okay? Or allow someone else to compromise the boundary, okay? Which leads me into the second thing of maintaining wholeness while dating is having good accountability. Having good accountability. Somebody that's going to tell you, listen, it looks like you're headed off course, okay? I need you to reel it back in, all right? When my husband and I were dating, I had one of my friends as, essentially my accountability partner during that time, because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't headed off course. I wanted to make sure that I was keeping a level head, that I was thinking about things clearly, that I wasn't sabotaging, anything. I just wanted to make sure that I had accountability in place. Somebody in the passenger seat to say, it looks like you're veering to the left, sis. It looks like you're veering to the right. It looks like we're about to hit something, like it's, again, just like when you're driving, you're in the passenger, if you have somebody in the passenger seat and they're the one that's able to see things that you don't see. They're able to, see something coming that you may not see because of where your eyes are and what your focus is on, right? So having good accountability is very, very, very important, okay? The third thing, maintaining wholeness while dating, is do not settle. Do not settle. Having a ring on your finger, having a new last name, having the title of wife, having somebody, having the man in the bed at night, okay? Let's be honest, all right? None of that is worth you settling. None of that is worth you compromising. None of that. None of that. Not one thing. Because you can get all of that and be miserable. You can get all of that and find that, this person does not love you as Christ loves you, does not support you, does not, you know what I mean? Like, so don't settle for the sake of a ring. Okay? Don't settle for the sake of a title. Truth be told is, listen, you can marry who you want to marry. God has given us free will. But why not have God's best? Like, why not have God's best? I mean, listen, I know that my husband is not perfect, but I will say this. When I think about other men that I have entertained in the past, I'm going to tell you right now, sis, there ain't nobody, okay? There's no one that I would even consider, because of the man that my husband is, the man that he is as a husband, the man that he is as a father, and the son that he is to our Heavenly Father. Like, there is fruit there. I feel safe. I feel supported. I feel loved. I feel listened to. And so, it's very important not to settle, to really wait for God's best. Why get, mediocre when you can have the best? And as God's daughter, don't you think he wants his best for you? Doesn't mean the person is going to be perfect. But because God knows your beginning from your end, because God has laid out all of your days, there is someone, I believe there is someone that fits the best. If you ever tried putting a puzzle together, right? And you're trying to make pieces fit in places they don't fit. But because you're in a hurry to try to get the puzzle done, it's just like, trying to get the piece in, but it doesn't fit. You got to wait for the right piece that'll fit just right to complete the puzzle. Okay? Wait for God's best. And lastly, maintaining wholeness while dating. Keep your routine. God's position should not change in your life and your daily routine just because you're in a relationship. Okay? Just because you're dating does not mean that God now takes a back seat, your devotion time takes a back seat, just everything just take a back seat because you got to focus on your relationship. No, absolutely not. God is number one. God is number one when you're single. God is number one if you're dating someone, and God is number one in marriage. Okay? It does not change. God needs to remain number one. He needs to remain the top priority. And if you're dating somebody and they don't get that, then that automatically should tell you they're not it. Okay? They're not it. If they themselves don't even spend time with the Lord and show fruit of that, they're not it. You know? So let's go through these 4 things again really fast. So the first thing is shifting your focus. Okay. Well, excuse me, having boundaries. The second thing is having good accountability. The third thing is not settling. And the fourth thing is keeping your routine. All right. Keeping your routine. I love talking about singleness and dating because I've made my fair share of mistakes. And I know it may seem like, well, girl, you're married. You're out of it. You're out of touch with it. No, I'm not. Trust me when I tell you, I'm not, okay? Because I used to be in that season. So I know what it's like to be, I know what it's like to be in that space where you desire to be married. And you may feel like, there's just really no good potential people, or you may feel like it may never happen for you. Whatever the case may be, there may be a variety of feelings that you have, but it is so important to continue on your wholeness journey. Don't allow anybody to come in and take you off of your journey, sis, okay? Don't allow anybody to come in and disrupt what you have going with the Lord. Okay, because it is so important. And whether or not you ever get married, you still have a purpose. You still have life to live. All right. And so I hope that this video has encouraged you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this with somebody. And if you haven't downloaded my new free ebook, go ahead and make sure you get the link, copy and paste it into your browser, and go ahead and download it. You can read it on your computer, you can read it on your phone, you can print it out. Girl, whatever works best for you. I just want you to get it because I know that it's going to bless you. All right. I'm so excited for you. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, sis, for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.